you still rosin your bow the same way people did 200 years ago. You sit down to make this heritage music, it's still made in that same way. So in a time when there's so much transitory sort of things in our lives, I think it's great to have something that's an anchor and connection. 2003, they started with this concept of connecting these, what we call major venues, the pearls of the Crooked Road, if you will.
I've been coming to the Carter Family Fold since I was a youngin' and dancing, and then I started playing here with my parents. Music can take you a lot of places, and you meet a lot of people of all different walks of life.
It's Patricia Ann Smith, and I'm 82 years young. Fun, fun, fun. It really is. It's an enthusiastic crowd, I think.
Try to get along with you. Still you're not satisfied. The argument is your man.
But the part about the fold that's so neat, I think, is just the history of music and the Carter family.
Oh, that's nice. I think my mom always wanted it to be, she wanted you to have the experience that you had walked into her living room and you were having this little concert in her living room, the intimacy of that. And we've tried to keep that. We are trying to hold on to it, even though the building's a lot larger and the crowds are bigger. Well, I think one of the advantages of living in the mountains is it shelters you. I think it's protected our music. It's kept it safe all through the years. The mountain way is to pass down your history and your culture through music.
I think people who really have an interest in the way a musical heritage is connected to a place, the way it's connected to communities, that's the people that find Crooked Road the most fascinating. No amount of clever marketing could sustain interest over that long a period of time. I think it's because what's here is just very real and very foundational.
I'm just always struck by the audience who's just really into the music.
Thanks for giving us all your good energies.
It's just old time music is, you know, it's not a commercial music. It's music that comes out of community. It comes out of corn shuckings. It comes out of dances. It comes out of ballads. It comes out of all of these things that are all about people being together in their place. It used to be, everything used to be local, you know, before we got so global.
No more doubts, no more fears. Tomorrow is my turn to receive without giving.
If we sing these songs, if we play these songs from this time, it's like, you know, we're reminded that we don't live in a vacuum and that these things happened before, and what can we learn from them? And, you know, it's not just entertainment. It really is a way to open a window in a more holistic way than just like reading a book, you know?
If you don't come right here, if you don't come right here, if you don't come right here, I'm gonna tell
It's a wonderful story about how it all came about. Two gentlemen named, one a community developer named Todd Christensen, and a folklorist named Joe Wilson, talking about what did the communities in this part of Virginia have in common that could sort of unite them in purpose. We have 9 major venues, but there's over 60 affiliated venues and festivals throughout this entire, it's 8,600 square miles. Old Time String Band is a form that one of its main tasks was to set a very rhythmic music for dancers. And so it evolved where the fiddle leads everything and all the other instruments follow along. But when microphones came along, in an amplified system, and it's very conducive to the Bill Monroe idea of each instrument coming forward and taking a break.
I mean, I worked in the coal mines all day today, and never did I think that I'd come up here and do this shit. I'm telling you.
In bluegrass, you got the harmony singing that is such a trademark of that style that you don't have the same focus in old-time music.
Was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. Let me try.
Bill Monroe, you had Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, and then you had the Stanley Brothers. That was the big 3. And Dad's the last one left of that. And you know, Dad's not doing the best right now, but he's the last living member of the big 3 right now. He always told me just to be honest and try to be yourself all you can. Be true to your roots.
For Jesus, earning his pay with angel wings, 'cause God needed a good man, so Daddy took his dinner bucket through the gates of heaven.
I think more and more everybody just wants something that's real. For the store before and after the Crooked Road existed. Really did get to see how the Crooked Road benefited, you know, this venue in particular, and I think the other ones as well. The numbers definitely increased on Friday nights. The visitors from other places, you know, in other parts of the world increased some. You know, it's a good thing and then it's a worrisome thing at the same time. You're trying to keep, you know, intact what makes this place what it is.
Here's the girls in the whole wide world to break your heart like Virginia girls. Ain't no blue like blue.
It's sort of evolved and changed, but it's always sort of a gathering place. It's the culture that grew here from the beginning when the early settlers came here, and the music and the dance was core to their happiness.
When the cold, cold grave shell rolls me, will you come by and shed just one tear? Will you tell the stranger
what we get to experience is that is still exactly the same as it was centuries later. We don't talk about anything else, really. We talk about family. We talk about
the weather,
how your week was, you know, and music and dancing. That's it. And it's a really beautiful thing to sort of live in that that space of that being really what it's all about.
Ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue. There's no girls in the whole wide world can break your heart like Virginia girls. Ain't no blue like blue, Virginia blue.
I just like any kind of music instrument. I play it here primarily because every other instrument was taken up and that's the only thing that wasn't being played, so I brought the dobro in.
Try to present the content in the museum in a way that's really interactive and engaging so that people step away from that thinking, you know, I didn't think I really liked early country music, but had no idea that Nirvana performed songs that were once performed in the Bristol sessions. The important thing to remember is how traditions get innovated and carried on, and it's not always going to remain exactly the same.
Paying on my innocence, I know I ain't got common sense, but that ain't no excuse. Well, even on the weekends, I know you ain't got any friends. Stay at home and be a recluse. I'm doing so much better than you.
So the truth turned me loose as I stay